Okay, welcome to another edition of Corona Puppy Playhouse project. Today I will be demoing my step 9, and the goal I had, let's go reference it real quick so we can all have it up fresh in our minds. With step 9, my plan last week was to have a skeletal frame and have the game begin to get fleshed out. I want the links to work, and events should be able to trigger for majority of interactions, and use this week to gather sound resources and work on any animation images that might be needed. So, in having that in our minds, what I have managed to do this week is have built a main Lua file, a title Lua file, menu Lua file, matching Lua file, and a reward Lua file. And I will show, it's not supposed to be there, I will show what I mean when I do all these things. Okay, so let's run the program and I'll kind of walk you through it. So here's the title screen. It has a 3-second delay timer, and then it jumps to the menu. And I think I'm going to change that transition. I just haven't played around with enough of them to know which one I want. But we have our button down here, which will take us to, as it says here, matching. And the font I'm not crazy about, might change that as well, but we will see. Click on it, it changes the color of the text, and I think I want to create a file, a secondary button for when you click, it like darkens or something, just for more fun. Anyway, let's go to that program from our menu. So here is our matching Lua right here. Sorry, there was menu. Kind of scroll down so you can see everything slowly. And back up. Okay, and then we're on matching.lua. And this is the one I've been working on. Took a little bit of time. Especially I ran into trouble of having the order of things come on, because at first I would load the page and the background would be over the balls or something, because with the scene group insert, depending on where they fall, they will get put on top of a layer. So we have the first one, container 1 gets put in, then container 2, then container 3, and then everything that gets put in after it, as I understand it, gets put on top. So with our group background, there it is right there. Obviously that one we want first, otherwise it's blocking everything else out. So the background gets inserted, then the containers, 1, 2, 3, and then we had our balls get inserted that we will be sorting here, which is awesome that it works. And let's test that. So here's the first one. Let go. Oh, it was the correct one. Not the correct one, so that didn't work. Not the correct one. Fortunately, that little drop happens, and my impulse thing has changed, and that was because I moved the move ball function. The remove ball thing happens during the end phase, I believe. Yes, I changed the phase to end instead of begin, because it was just like, I don't know. It was like if you dragged the ball onto the green, it immediately just vanished. And I kind of wanted it to take a second. Of course, if you drag it off, it vanishes anyway. And I might just let that go. I haven't decided. Anyway, we finish all 8 balls, and as you can see down here in my print function, the balls are reducing. And let me show you that. That was really helpful to have that logic, reading your comment, Peter. And sorry, I'm too far down. Where did I put you? I originally had it here in the collision, and then I asked Landon for a little help, and he created this for me. And I created this section. This is what I had when I asked him for help. And then he's like, that should work, but then he looked at it and he added this, and I'm not really sure what this is adding that this doesn't do. I mean, this says if the ball table equals 0, then the composer says go to scene reward, which I'll show you here in a second. Or else, and then I just had print, I was spat out. So he has this, and again, I'm not really certain what this is doing specifically. Obviously, the remove self is in here, which is where the ball removes itself. Maybe that's what it is this needed to be put in to remove yourself from the table. Anyway, let's finish this up. And there's the reward screen. And I have, 1 second. So there's the reward screen that is just fired. And I don't have the reward screen jump back to anything yet. So that's my next goal, is to put a little bit in here, like a 5-second timer. And I might try and include an animation in here, like a dog jumping, doing a little flip, like one of those wind-up dolls. Anyway, then that'll go back to the menu page. The one thing I do want to try and fix is when you go to the matching game and all the balls load, you can click on the back button and the widget will take you back. And luckily, now I know that I needed to insert the things into the group so they don't get stuck here. But when you go back to matching from here, all the balls are still there. And so if I were to play around for a little bit and drag things away, I'm like, oh, I'm going back and go to matching. I still have 3 balls left and it doesn't reload the game. And so that's what I need to do. And what I'm wondering is if that has something to do with the scenes here. It's like we have create, show, hide, and destroy. I need to look into this composer thing and find out if there's a way to reload it. And I remember vaguely there being something on the video, and so I'm going to go back and watch that. So my next goal is to have the reward screen work, take me back to the menu, and to try and fix this matching game so that it can be replayed multiple times. And yeah, maybe work on my transitions between frames, find something that looks better. But other than that, this is looking pretty good. Oh, I also discovered I need to put a ceiling on this thing. Because if I don't, I can take a ball and, woo, oh wait, it's not letting me do it. There, I just threw it outside the game. So now if I try and do all the balls, it won't work because it says, you still have 1 ball, even though it's out here in Pandemonium or wherever, Limbo. So, that's a problem. So I'm going to put a ceiling on this. And that's me. Thank you.